We're back. This is our second meeting. This is historic.
Okay, so I how everything? How everything?
Well, it's getting better. I told him, Alex, it's getting better. It needs to be better. One of the issues which you said in Africa is about time. You said, oh, 5 or 10 minutes in Africa, time doesn't mean so much to people. Time is everything. Time is key.
Okay.
Time is key. We need to honor each other's time. And you
So
know what's
Already
it,
started.
that's really what it is. When we say a certain time
Huh?
we meet, then we meet. you know and sometimes people always act like, oh, something comes up and it's not so important, they got other things to do. I'm like, that's where it starts. You honor that space of that we give. We give each other's time. I give my time, you give your time also, right? And that's important. That's really where it starts. That's where we learn. That's the only place we can figure out, for example, what you mentioned, some of the ideas about agriculture, about fundraising. How can we do fundraising?
Okay.
Hello and welcome to our second meeting. Who am I speaking to? Can you introduce yourself?
Kebe, Kebe from Liberia.
Ah, you're in Liberia, Kebe. Okay.
Yeah, it's Kebe.
Kebe.
Mm-hmm.
Kebe, good name.
Kebe for Lofakade.
Oh yeah,
From the
Liberia.
great Lofa. Yeah, Liberia.
Yeah, it comes from America, Liberty. Yeah, I lived in America. Yeah, land of the free.
I will wish to be there one of these days.
Well, yeah, but this is your kind. I think to myself, Africa is like the heart of the world.
Yeah,
Also
but
they call it. They also call it Mother Africa. Hello, hi.
one of these days, I was working with German guy before, so
Oh,
I love to see Germany though.
oh, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's like
Thank you very much, CEO, for joining me in the group.
people are waiting actually, to start working on different projects all around, even in Liberia. In this village I'm working with, there's a woman group, vocational training in Liberia. You should become part of that.
Yeah, when I link with people, the last time I think I dropped a voice message in the group chat on my own WhatsApp number and telling me like school for her this
Uh-huh.
that day. So you ask me how you think that brother will be like. It's not a small task, but this is my yard. This is my place. My horse is here. So
Oh
you were like,
wow.
yeah, I will see the place. What I can open in the duration will be about how much this. I said, yeah, we can start with 40,
One
50.
we
And
should
say,
get really,
okay.
like, the key is really farming, agriculture.
But agriculture is very good, but
Very
where to
important.
get the farming land?
Well, there's land, actually.
Yeah,
There's a lot of land that is not being used because people don't have money. People are poor, right? But it's also a very rich country, right? And the thing is, the people are that the most important resource actually is not even the land, right? It's the people.
my
It's the
father,
people. You know what I mean?
yeah, my father is in Burma making farm, and he told me like we have a whole lot of land in that place, but me for long I never go there.
All
And my
right.
uncle too from Badala to have a whole lot of land. Farming is good. Agriculture pay a lot.
And there are also, there's in this village, there are two ladies who want to get into soap making business.
Oh wow. She can be the help to bring the school in Liberia again.
Yeah, 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 yeah. But it's a very, very special school, right? Where I think the focus is really
She
also
will
like
work a free time.
yeah, how we learn each other, how we can learn to be peaceful, right? To resolve problems without
Yeah.
resorting to aggression and things like that. Respecting
Okay.
women, I think that's a huge issue because it's also probably also Africa. This entire world is male dominated, right? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's been always like
Yeah,
that.
it's very important. It's very important. One of these days, we'll pray to get a sponsor for everything. Huh?
One day we pray, and maybe even this year, if we things get to work, I want to visit Mama Africa. I want to make a grand tour.
Wow!
I want to make a grand tour, definitely.
Welcome.
Of course, of course. I know so many people
Welcome.
in Gambia, in Ghana. There are many people on the Liberian refugee camp in Ghana. Many of our members. They were replaced during the Civil War in the 90s, early 90s. They were sent to this refugee camp and living under not easy conditions, as you can imagine.
You ever been to Ghana?
No, I've never been to Africa. No, no, I have not.
Wow.
No, that's what I'm saying. You know, I was
You
married
have
to
to come to Africa.
an African American lady,
Wow.
an
Hello.
American. You know, while I lived in America for 12 years. You know.
Wow.
You're from Broadview. You're from Broadview, right?
You know, Kevin.
Are you from Broadview? Are you a Provident?
Sure.
Brazilian.
Sure.
She's a Provident. She's a Provident. See, I've just text Pastor Ellis, and then he's going to
Excellent.
be online. He's going to be online. We can start, and then the others will join us as well. They
Of
will join
course.
us.
And that's what I've come from. Many people in Africa, they talk and they want things. They have an idea of what they want, right? And they talk a lot about that, but they don't listen so much. And that's also, I think, how can you learn if you don't listen? If people
But you have to be.
talk, we just repeat what we know.
So you have to listen to learn. You have
Yeah.
to listen to learn.
Or actually, the teachers everywhere.
So-
You know,
so-
who and what to
Yeah,
listen
you
to,
have
what
to
to
be
pay attention to.
very, very, very fast to think and slow to talk.
I like that you said that, didn't you? Fast and
Oh
slow
yeah,
to
yeah.
talk.
You are
It's
the
like
one. You are the one who made that statement, right? You are the one that made that statement. Oh,
see,
I give you plus. I give you plus for that.
that's
I give you-
wonderful. See,
So, the meeting call to order. We have our agenda. We have our opening prayer, and then the date for the agenda is stand. Today is the 18th of June, and then we have our opening prayer, and today is Sunday. On the agenda, we got opening prayer, we got self introduction, and then we have welcome remarks, and we have our uh, basic information about the organization, and then we have recognition of our dynamic CEO in presence of Honorable Chris Edmond, and then we have recognition of our board of directors, uh, our executive director from Liberia, Ghana, and uh, different part of the world. And then we have AOB that's inclusive or comprising of how do you call it, comments, claims, if you have other issues to discuss, that's for under the AOB. And then we have benediction. For the things, we have benediction. So the agenda is going to stand for today's meeting. So our main purpose of gathering here today on this platform is about the issue of development. How can we develop the institution? How can we come up with some of those tangible points, some of those developmental ideas, the ideas we can improve hearts from one level to another, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the basic information about the organization is also given by the state director. He's in Liberia, but he's not online. So I'll just read on the issue. HAL was established in the year 2009 up to 2018 in Ghana. And then HAL
Wow.
have been a help to so many people around the world. And HAL is still helping people as well. So HAL is a charity, non-governmental, non-political organization. This organization is dedicated in rendering assistance uh, to how do you call it? People who don't have the upper hand, and like let's say a widow, the disabled, people 77, people who don't have the financial strength, maybe you want to enter the university, you want to do other things, you don't have the finance. So HAL is there to help you in the process. In my mic and retrospect, they have been a help to so many people around the world as well. So on this platform, we're going to be discussing a lot of things. In Africa, they are no longer depending on their own stuff. Mostly Liberia. Liberia is not that into agricultural sector. So
Very well.
if you look at the strength or the condition of people now in the country, things are very difficult. Why? Because they are no longer going back to the source.
To the soil.
Yeah. So we as a heart, we want to stand that ground to see our best encourage our young folks to go back to the soil and see how best we can take agriculture to be our first main priority. I'm hearing something like chicken is screwing at the back, right?
I said it by Yana.
My business. So,
We in
so
Africa, so everybody will understand that we in Africa. For me, I love raising my
yeah,
chicken every time I eat.
yeah, it's good. Portrait chicken, and chicken portrait and all of them, all the ones they are part of the plan as well. So
Mm-hmm.
now, what is our aim? Our aim is to go into the agriculture sector. For example, let us look at Liberia right now. Like I was saying, things are very difficult in Liberia. Let me on a clear note, right? So the
Very
issue of
difficult.
food, yeah,
Mm.
the issue of food is that scarce to the extent that if you don't have good money as a family or hair, you won't be able to get a good food to eat, right? So we want to get into the agriculture sector and see how best we can be a help to many Liberians in other countries around the world. So, Kamifu will be out there. Let me get your own point. What's your point towards that? What's your own idea? If I can go in there.
Yeah, for me, my idea, the agriculture is very important because I joined a group chat. The COSA placed me in the group chat because the internet have a whole lot of fake things, fake people, and I begin to bring a whole lot of people on board. So when we met on Facebook, he said, "Yeah, Quebec, are you to group chat?" I say, "No, I don't trust Facebook." He said, "Myself, I been scanned before this, that." So he said, "Just send me your number and I will add you to the group chat." I say, "Leave la race now." And I send him my number, he add me to the group chat, and I see more people start coming on board, sending voice message, you know, show to just say to you, I'm a single woman living with my children in Liberia, no help, at least for only go because the father never just leave it. But it's been my plan for me, I want to have the orphanage home and I want to get into farming. I don't have the money, but it's part of my plan. All my friends know like it's part of my plan. And I'm not a woman like educated. I'm not an educated woman, right? Yeah, because of the war. My mother take me to the village. I was in the village for some time. But when I came out of town, I found it very difficult to go back to go to school. I'm not say go back to school to go to school. But I say going to school is good. But when you not go to school, you have to make the difference. You can't say because I go to school, so I will not do something for people to know that I'm a human being too now. You have to get your own idea to put into the place. So the agriculture is very important because human being will live by food. You can wear one clothes maybe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and still be clean on you. But when you eat today, you have to eat tomorrow. Because even in Liberia, people buying cassava, little pack for 500. You understand it? To
Cassava.
even get a plenty to eat, it's not a small thing. So food very important, and the agriculture is very important. But we pray to get sponsor because everything we are saying here, we have to get sponsor. Because when you get sponsor and opening agricultural farm is not job or hash giving it or to people, but you can even get a factory that you can produce things to sell. But the price will not be like other people prices. You understand me? What people able to afford, like why you will put up
I'm getting
because
it. I'm getting it.
because money bring money now.
Sure.
Because when you go into farming, it's not free. And as the CEO say, we need sponsor. We don't have sponsor for everything that we are doing now. We don't have sponsor. We pray that God should bring a own sponsor and God should strengthen the CEO to come down to Liberia one of these days, only maybe for 1 month, 2 months, to see how difficult Liberia is or Africa is. At least when they go up back, they go up there, they're going to talk to other people because they see it with their own eye. Because the people say seeing is believing, but talking with our mouth, people will be thinking say people lazy, people lazy. Yeah, people lazy will know that. But someone want to do something, but when you don't have the cash, will you do it? No.
So
Someone want to invest into business. When no money, you not invest into the business. So other people will just say the man said that Africa girl is very some kind of way. People will just say, oh, the other woman lazy, the other man lazy. No one is lazy when you want to do something for yourself. You can do it for yourself. So we just pray for your like up there or for your like stay pushing thing. That thing just work out for the good. Let people know like yes, something good come from all of her because it's a place that everyone have to love one another because the greatest commandment in the Bible is love. It's love. Because when you don't love your friend, fellow human being, you will never pray for good thing to come from all of them.
Sure.
So for me, I'm interested in agriculture a lot.
Okay. So, for example, if we about to start, maybe we want to get started, the issue of getting sponsors are going to come. But there is a saying that says, before somebody step into your situation, you got to start something, right? You got to start, assuming that we need a sponsor. Before anyone come in as a maybe a donor, what happened? They want to see what you can do or what have you done, right? So for instance, if we're about to start on our own, screen, how many people you think you can get? How many women you think you can get for us to start the process?
We be we get it there or finance.
No, now let's look at the workforce. Let's look at the workforce because before getting the finance, before getting sponsors, meaning that we got to know, we got to get our standpoint. You understand? All those people that will be part of the project and other things, we got to know them. Because right now,
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
To get people to be part of the process, this that for me, it's not hard because people just want to see something that real. Because more people when you tell them about anything like on the internet, they always say, no, I don't trust the internet. This that my friend in Freetown. My friend in Freetown, she have female in Africa. She was in Liberia before we were working on it, but when coronavirus came, she went back to Freetown and she working on another things. So the first time when I sent a link to her, she said, "Keep that man interested in it because." But yesterday she was trying to join the meeting, but the internet was giving a problem and you postponed it to today. You seen it? Yeah. And she really want to be part of all. I never tell her say the meeting start, maybe that why she not in the meeting. But for people to come, for me it will not be hard because I can talk to people, but they just want to see something happening.
Okay.
They just want to see something happening because we have to get the space of the farming. That number one
land,
point.
right?
The land. And you cannot get land in the city, city. When you say you just want to do something right in the city, it's not an easy thing.
Okay.
Oh.
So, yes, you got a good point. To get the people, we can get women on board as well. But
We
let's
can get
go.
women, we can get men.
The issue of the land. We have somebody who already standing by to give her as many as 100 acres of land for the farming. So, we have the land already available. We
Where the
can
play
have
located?
Grand Basso. We want to target Grand Basso because
Wow.
Grand Basso is noted when it comes to the issue of how you call it, the farming stuff and other things, Baza, Nima County, right? So we want to start in Grand Baza, or a guy already in Grand Baza in one of those villages, and then he's willing to give up to 100 acres of land. And then the issue of the workforce, we have people already like you and other people that will be on board. So they gone time, our discussion ended on the issues of feeding those workers and the issue of local material. Yes, because we need cutlasses, we need other tools,
Yes.
to get the work in progress, to get the work in progress. But how can we get all those things? So today was the date, the meeting set to see how best we can do our fundraising. So now, the process we are going to get in is how you call it cassava. We are going to go into the cassava sector because we believe that when you plant cassava, you have so many products, so many food out of cassava.
Yeah, you can get fufu, you get deeper, you get gari, all that
Thank
stuff.
you. We have different food that will be taken out of cassava, and now we have another product. The Ghanaian people, the Nigerian people, they eat as well. It's not in Liberia. We are going to invest into that one and see how best we can get that product out of cassava too as well. So the issue of those products, then the idea is there, but how can we get started? That's the starting we are looking at. So now CEO have been of help to so many people around in Africa. So now we don't want to put it 100% on CEO here to say, oh, he's going to be responsible to do that. So it's every one of our business, every one of us has to see how best we can negotiate, we can be on this platform in Africa to get funds. And see how
Yeah.
we get started. Yeah, we can start the process. So now in Liberia, how much is cup of rice? How much for one cup of rice right now?
$50 for cup of rice, $60 because rice is 3,000, 3,001. I mean 3,150 for half bag right now.
For 25 kg, that is 25 kg.
Yeah, and one bucket of gari is 500 Liberty now.
So the 25 kg is how much in USD?
Almost
sorry.
$20.
Yeah. Sorry, the 3,000 is how much in USD?
Almost $20 because $20 US is now about 3,600. Eh? 3,600. So deduct 150. So he only living by with $450 for all of $20 US. So
Yes, and you are closer to Morovia, and then you are buying the rest. So you say you are buying the rest 3,000. How much?
3,150.
Okay, so assuming that people that in Green Basil, Lima County, that price
4,000.
is going to be 4,000.
4,000.
We buy 25.
Which is $25 US.
Okay, so you see, if you buy 25 kg for that price, then one cup of rice, you think one cup of rice will be around something like
$100, maybe 100 or 150, but it can be $50.
Okay, so it's almost like $1, right? Close to $1 US. So if you buy one cup of rice for that price, now tell me, if you having up to maybe like 10 children in your house, how many cup of rice you think you will consume?
Like for me, I get 4 children, my own children. I get 4, and one grandson is 5. But
Okay.
every day my children is bringing another children, bringing another children, bringing another children. Today I cook about 10 cup of rice in my house.
Imagine 50 times 10, right? 50
Yeah,
$50.
so everyone that you
how
just
much
see
you bought-
passing here, they just came from in the house there. They just come from eating. So can you
how much you bought
imagine?
how much you bought a cup of rice, please? Sorry, how much you bought a cup of rice?
No, I can buy my rest. I can buy my rest by bed, but cup of rice is $60 for real now. $60
Okay,
for one cup now.
yes. So you spend almost around, okay, this is 0.
And the soup is
Zero.
not on it.
The soup is not on it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you spending something around like $10 or more, 1,000,
You will spend $10 US. But today Sunday $10 US.
for the rest.
No. For red soup or
So if you talking about the rest, that's what I want to calculate. But I sure it should be 1,200 or something like that. Because 2 costs also be
2 core is 120.
120. 120 times 120 times 2. 2 costs is 120, right?
Yeah. 120 times 10.
120 plus 120 is how much?
4 cup is
240, right?
$240. 4 cup of
Yeah,
rice.
4 costs is 240,
Uh-huh.
right?
Balances more cup. All on it.
240 plus 240, it will give you
480.
480. Yeah, 480.
480 plus another more something 600.
That full 80 is it's cup, right? 8 cup of rice, the full 80. Eh?
Yeah, plus a ballon 3 cup.
The banana,
I
no,
mean
banana
ballon
2 cup
two
now.
cup. The ballon 2 cup.
Yeah,
So you'll
yeah,
be
the
going
banana
by
2 cup.
600. 600.
Yeah, 600 already, you get it. 600. So imagine if you buying 10 cup of rice, 600 like $20. The 600 is like how much dollar in US? It's $5.
Five
Maybe $5
dollar.
US. $5 US how much?
No, $5 US now is 900.
$5 US now. Yeah, okay, so it's like almost like $3 something or $4, right?
Mm-hmm.
$3 something. Okay. So now things is very serious, it's very difficult. So now, assuming that if you have other food, maybe like cassava, and you have plenty, you have yam, you have potato, you have those food, I believe that it can less the price, let's say the cost of consuming too much
Yeah,
rice in the house.
because the rest is for in the morning, in the afternoon, it's too much, man.
So imagine you people cook rice in the morning, you cook rice in the afternoon, you cook rice
We
in the
cook.
evening.
I mean, I just tell them to cook one for all. Every time you see,
So
like children, you see, all of
yeah,
them can just come to my house. Thing is not easy now. And I'm a single woman living here now, no business, no nothing, but we survive by the grace of God. So
so
for me, I
so
love
so
I
you
love
people
to
cook.
work.
Okay, you people cook the rest in the morning, in the evening, in the afternoon, in the
I
evening.
just cook one for all, and give everybody food. You eat, you eat. You want to eat or you eat, or you want to keep, you keep. No two time. Yeah.
So imagine now if you don't know how to save your own food, if you don't know how to keep your food, then it means that when you eat everything, then you'll be hungry. Oh.
You will be hungry. Or you go look for carry somewhere to buy.
But let's look at something. Let's look at the reality. The truth here is that if you have an organization that is producing those things like yam, plantain, cassava, hello, if you have organization that is producing this food and then supplying the Liberian market, you don't think it will be a plus?
It will be more than plus. It will be more than plus. When okay, what I can tell people, for me, when I have money in the country, I don't want to be president. I don't want to run for president or representative. Hmm?
Okay.
I just want to make business. All right. I just want to make business, the full business. You will be more than president. Because, for example, when you say you're producing thing a Gary, the Gary like you being a pack, your picture all on it, things, people will know you. People will know you and you will make your money because what your press will not be like other people presses. Because you're taking it from on your farm, bringing it in the market, maybe supplying some supermarket, bringing it Gubacho market, you get your own cars and thing. The money is there, but the money is not there for real. Because my my mother, they have the big land in Badala. My father they have whole lot of property in Boma. He always calling me and say, I don't have money, please. When I don't have money, I don't want to come in the bush to do what? I have to come there to do something and bring myself down. Because in Africa, when you want to live down, you got to be very careful how you doing things. You go there, the way you see them sleeping, you sleep the same way. The way you see
Yeah,
them
yeah.
moving, you move the same way. So people always ask me, you never go to school before, but you so wise, you can think the way you did. I say yes. Because I know,
But, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
I know that definitely your out there can make you to become someone you can born poor. You get born very poor, you come from poor background. It's not your fault. But when you die poor, you have to hold yourself responsible sometimes because what? The chance is there to interact with other people. To interact with other people, share idea with other people. Somebody one day, somebody will buy by your idea and things will begin to move there. Yeah. Born poor, we're not responsible for that because it comes from our great parents. But dying poor for me, I want to say no to it.
No, but as long as you have the developmental mind, there is no way you can die poor. There are
Because
possibility go with there are
you even
possibility
see
go with so
you
on.
even see the place I pay, yeah. People always come asking me, you don't have anyone, how will you pay the kind of I say, look, the man said, I have the children. And they follow them, they are not doing well for themselves. So as a woman, I should still not to be carrying people from Ghana ministry from here and there. No. I have to
Gotta
do
do
something for
something
my
on your
children,
hand. Gotta do
for my children. So I tell more Liberian women who forget about getting men to Jana ministry this. When the men see you like somebody that doing well, they will want to come, but it will be very late. For me, I don't go back to old relationship. So that's the fact. So we have to do something and just look for the way to do something. Agriculture is the best thing in this country. Learning other things, making soap, facing hair, this, that, they have money. But for me, I don't think that is important because they have many people in this country that opening even free school for people. My daughter went to learn 9 months free or charge in company. I never paid a dime. But when she come out, she's sitting here. But you think when people were making farm and they producing food, the business stay really because food will go. So it's it's the main thing for us to push because people dying, people suffering, people suffering. Someday I walk around, yeah, God can provide for me to get 5 cup of red, 6 cup of red. I cook, me and people children eat, but it's not all the people. When you're walking on the street, you in Liberia,
For me,
yeah,
I'm in Ghana. I'm in Ghana.
okay, you in Ghana, right?
But I came to yeah,
Oh,
I came to visit one of my friend on the camp, the Liberia camp. So you have the refugees. They are there.
yeah, but like what now? You're travel, you see other country, you're seeing other places. People say when you don't get money, you can't live in Ghana. Yes, because Ghana is developed. Everyone want to go to Ghana. Everyone want to go to Ghana. Now about Liberia now. Why you not inviting other people in a group chat or what? They don't know the time or what?
You were saying the lingo. I don't know why those people are- So that's a company by itself. We want to get a marketing committee team. After the cassava have been processed to another product, we make sure the marketing committee take it on the market. So you're going to know that within that same process, we are going to employ people as well. So the cassava is going to get different products and see how that people can be employed. So let us look at pineapple. If we are planting pineapple, there are possibility we can link up with other companies around Africa to see how that we can sell the pineapple to them to make juice because they make pineapple juice, other
That's
products.
good. Cassava
Yeah.
planting, pineapple, all that stuff then.
So cassava, pineapple, plantain, yellow yam, potato. These are things we are going to do, to see how best we can get other companies around Africa to be a help. So then they can get a share into the business, or they can be a partner to us. So we want to be like a company, a company that will be able to produce all those things. We are doing these things because we don't want our people to suffer. The people in Africa they are suffering, the people in Liberia they are suffering to be specific. So we want to do this thing to provide jobs for people in the sense that people can be able to, people can be reliable on government. Waiting on government, there is nothing to achieve. Now you see the role in which the government is playing in the country. So what we're going to do here is that we're going to organize this team, this volunteer that will be of help to the masses. So we are going to get people that will be responsible to process the cassava leaf and put into the market for sale. So you are going to notice that these are some of these things, they are just if you put together, you get people that is not doing anything within this country, you are going to get them employed. Because if you have a team that is responsible for grinding the cassava leaf, sending it into the market and other communities as well, we are discussing about very, a huge quantity. It's not something about just
Huge
to
is
feed a
on
number of people. It's a huge quantity. So that's why we are let's say our expectation is so high on the issue of getting 100 acres of land. If we have that
Wow.
100 acres of land, we can plant social cassava and plenty and other pineapple on that land. So imagine if we have a 100 acres of land full of all those things, this is a huge plot. It's a company by itself. So like in Ghana, what the people usually do here is that they have their agricultural farm and then they have connection with other let's say companies that maybe you have company that is into juice facing juice, right? So you connect with that company that is facing juice and do a business with them. So when the
Mm-hmm.
company buy the pineapple, when they buy the pineapple from you, they go and process the pineapple and take the juice out of the pineapple. So if you have cassava, you have other company that is into flour, right? You can connect with the flour company, and then you can turn the cassava into flour, or if you get other process, they can use the cassava for. So you people going to benefit as well, as the product is going out, you got more people coming in, and sometimes you are extending the company.
To get people is not a thing, but take people from town, carry them to Buchanan to go and work. The first thing the family here will start asking, how much are going to pay me?
No, no, they for every area, for every county to implementing the project will raise all people from that area. We want to raise people from that area. So
For
they
the
really
end,
want to get, yeah, from their end.
from the end.
So we don't have,
Uh-huh.
yes, yes. We don't have,
Because
no,
you
if
know
I
that
say,
country by the people that is strong in the village part to do work there, it can be hard, but only thing you able to get the people feeding, do 1 or 2 things for them. So like a development, they will love it.
people will be asking, what is our intent of, going into the agriculture sector? Why is it that we want to invest into agriculture? Reason why is that people in Africa, in Liberia, they are no longer going back to the soil, and then things is difficult. Things on the market is difficult when it comes to the issue of food. So we as a heart, we want to help Liberian people. We want to help other countries around the world and see how best, you know, to bring down the cost, the high cost of food. So
Poverty.
how can we bring down, yeah, the issue of poverty? How to minimize poverty, because you cannot get rid of poverty. You can only minimize, right? So how can we minimize poverty? Minimizing poverty in the sense that we gotta go back to the soil. We are encouraging everybody to go back to the soil and do agriculture. So for example, if Liberians or main food is rice, everybody is focusing on rice. We want to tell them that we gotta change their flavor. You know, if we can bring forth cassava or potato or other food yam as well, as a company or institution to supply the market, that would be a plus for us. That would be a plus for the country. So we want to have, to cut down the cost of things. Things now prices
But,
are very increased in terms of food
but you
price.
know that
Very,
Liberian come are getting adapted to something, right?
yes.
'Cause when they get a yam and cassava and the rest bread, they will not get time. Liberian can only go with it for 1 week. They already used to it.
So these are some of the things we are looking at. These are some of the key factors. We want to cut
Mm-hmm.
down the cost of living in the country. Things are very difficult. Things are high in the country. So we want to cut down the cost of living. People now is spending more than $10 to $15 US just to eat a day, just for food.
And you're
So
not
these are
selling.
some of
You're not doing nothing.
the people are not selling, they are not making business, they are not doing anything, they are not working, and then they are spending that kind of money for food. So what is our action towards that? What are our action towards that as an organization? So the only thing we can do here is to make sure and encourage the people to go back to the soil, go and go into the agricultural sector and see how best you can produce your own product.
For me, I
So if
support
we
the
produce,
out there 100%.
if we producing our product, putting it on the market, it's not going to be cost compared to the others. No, we are doing it as a humanitarian. Do you understand? It's a humanitarian program we are doing. But in so doing, we have to put it on the market to generate income, to
Mm-hmm.
invest into another activity. So our first main priority is to help, take the Liberian people from poverty and other Africans as well to improve their life through agriculture. With agriculture, we can improve the economic system. With agriculture, we can improve the life of people. Because if you have people right now is buying 1 cup of rice for a huge price, and then you as an organization came in to decrease the price, to, to decrease the price of rice, it's a plus for the citizens in the country.
Mm-hmm.
So, so our main aim is to make sure we drop some of those things and we help improve the economic system within the country through the empowerment of agriculture. Yeah. So the issue of getting all those things, we have the land, like I said, we have the land already. We're going to get a workforce. Is the starting. So can we look look at zooming now. Let us assume. Can we look at the some amount of $1,005 or $2,000 to be a starting point? Can that be a start? If we are zooming now, let us zoom.
When you're assuming about 2005 or 2000, I don't know. But for me, it's very little.
So let us look at your point. How much you think we can start with if we are generating our income?
When
How
we
much
are
you think
generating money, we're talking about almost 5, 6, 7,000 or $10,000 USD in it. You talking about just to start, even to brush the place that you're talking about, how many acres of land to brush? You have to start thinking about 5 or 6,000 because money here is just big. Because when you don't have, it's very big. But
Hello?
yeah, you get
Yes,
me?
I want to get a point. Okay, like $10,000 to start, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So uh the $10,000, you think you can get the local material that we need, the tools and all of things?
Yes. Even
Okay.
1,500 can buy the material for that place. Qualities,
Okay.
show, wheelbarrow, just something. Then from there, people need to be eating every day.
Yeah,
Every
so
day when people working, people need to be eating. And can you imagine, yeah, consume $200 US for half bag of bread? When people are going to be eating 2 to 3 bag of bread or 2 bag of bread a day, which is $40. So every day, like you are spending 100 or 150 US because you don't have fish there, you don't have water there for you to say you're going to fishing. So when you are doing estimate, you have to know, but because the cash is not there, that one. Because food keep people all alert.
okay.
When people working and they get food, we African on our side in the village. Some people want to drink, some people want to do this. No whole lot of stuff, man. We just need people to come for our rescue around the world to help us. That's all. We just need to ask.
Okay, it's Quebec. Yeah, so Quebec, you're back.
Now it's not easy, Africa.
You are iron lily. You we call iron lily. Iron lily.
I lady. I know my knee. All the people come.
So you-
The Nigerian people call me Iron Lily. You call me Iron Lily to say, you hear money?
so that's the
Uh,
name. So that's the name. I'm a young prophet now, so I guess your name.
you know, more than your prophet. Because all the Nigerian guys, they call me Iron Lily, Iron Lily. La brother, people call me Mama G. I say, I'm Mama G.
So CEO,
See you,
Yeah.
welcome. Oh.
yes, we were discussing this Kevin. Are you there, CEO?
More, didn't you see me? You see the camera? You see me there?
Are you hearing me? Are you hearing me?
Yeah. Well, do you see me, right? You don't need to ask me. I do hear you very well. When I'm here, you see me. Hi, I'm right here. You don't need to keep asking me. It's okay. Just because also tomorrow is my mom's birthday. She's gonna be 90 tomorrow.
Yes, you told me. You told
Wow.
me. So
You know,
we are going to celebrate. We are going to celebrate.
yeah. We also have a
Wow.
few friends here. You know, it's like yeah. I think actually life is there. We should make more. We need to celebrate with each other.
We
And
need
instead
to
of people,
celebrate.
because
Wow.
many people, you know how many people are, especially in Africa, they're like this, and they're like, it's all about competition, and people are jealous and envious, you know, and whatever. You know, if we can turn that energy around, people could learn to, yeah, be nice to each other and you know, work together and put their
So, so,
resources together, put their energies together, you know,
so,
because I think to myself, even if you're struggling, or maybe especially if you're struggling, there are many poor people I know, many orphans I know in the group, right? You know, who lost everything and lost their parents and they got nobody, right? You know, to give them a sense of belonging, to give them a sense of home, right? Give them a sense of, hey, here you are, your family here, right? We treat everyone like that. So that's kind of something that's got to get in the mind and the hearts of people, right? Like I always say, when you're with hearts, you become a hearts ambassador. And that
so,
means you are that. You know, that's how you treat people. You know, that's how you deal with people. You know, it's really from the heart, you know, heart to heart conversations, connections, you know. I mean, that level, we're all connected. We're all one. We're all children of God, you know. I like the idea of remember. We need to remember to reconnect ourselves because we're all one. We're all God's children, right? You know, we're all one people, you
Yeah,
know.
we all want people.
But
People speak about love,
yes,
and some people love on the lip,
that
just on
also,
the lip.
of course, and that too,
But you have
because
the love on the heart and the soul of your body. You don't care
right, what people
how the
say,
person look. When you say you love, you have to love for everything.
right?
But
Many people
love,
are also scared of love. You know, actually, the real opposite of love of love is not hate. The real opposite is fear.
love
Fear.
is not hate.
No, no, no. I know, but the opposite, you know, because love is a light, love is God, love is, you know, is beauty, is wonderful, you know, it's all these good human
You
qualities.
do in your head like when
The
somebody want to,
But
someone want to take exercise. I don't know, tear shape exercise.
but if
opposite.
you look at the opposite of love, what is, you know, because love is a light, what is the darkness, right? It's fear. Fear
The
is
opposite.
fear,
That's the opposite. Yeah.
fear, you know, and fear is being used to control people, and people have
Wow.
been controlled,
But
especially in Africa,
CEO,
right?
before you join me to the group chat, I was in a dial, I was a friend, and you say, Kevin, come on.
Uh,
It happened to me before. I said, no. You say, come on, send me your number. so,
okay, very good. I'm so glad you did. Wonderful. That's great.
so now we are seeing the real love and we are discussing things that will help everyone of us left in Africa, which is Liberia, you know? So sometimes fear, you have to get all of fear to meet, when you have the good heart and you will meet good people.
You have to take a
You
leap of
have the
faith,
bad
right?
heart, you will meet bad people.
You have to
So
take a heart.
sometimes,
I like that. Take a
uh,
heart. You got to take a heart. Take a heart means be
so
strong. You know, like
so sometimes in leverage, I have to take the challenge. I say, okay, when it's a scam, I just have to go into it. He say, no, send your number. And now today we are somewhere.
I know. It's great. It's great. It's great. You
So
know.
it's all about left.
And I like the idea of really. That's why I call also, you know, the group chat the school of hearts, because the idea of a school. Even though I hated school as a child, I was the worst student you can imagine when I was small. You know, when people told me I had to do something, even my dad told me I have to go to school or clean up my room. You know what I said when I was a child?
No?
Oh, there are two people. Wow. He said that when he said I have to do something, what I told him is I don't have to do anything. The only thing I have to do is die, and one day I'll die anyway.
And
I
you will
was
live
6.
for
I was,
long.
oi, 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 oi. It was really difficult though. Very, very, but I learned a lot, you know. But I think anyway, coming back to that, eventually I've come to find, even though I hated school as a child, I've come to find life is learning. Life is a school.
Yeah, like when you were
Experience,
talking,
the greatest teacher. The experience.
like you were talking about Johnny High, it's the school, it's the education. I find it like, because for me, I would tell you, I never been to school before, I never sat in class before.
Uh-huh.
I'm not an
Oh,
educated woman, but I love to
uh-huh.
learn from people and listening to people very keenly and do something. It's just me.
Right. Yeah, sure.
So
But you know, you just gotta like, yeah, life is a school. You know, if you think about that, the only real teacher that exists, even though people can tell you stuff, you can read books and become educated. I say, not educated, educated. People think they're so smart because they went to school, university, and got degrees, right? But basically, real knowledge is much deeper. You know, real knowledge is about knowing basically who you are. That's real power, is knowledge of self,
you
right?
have to
And
believe in yourself. You
right,
have
right.
to believe in yourself and trust yourself that I can do this.
And the main thing, one of the most important lessons I've come to find, the most difficult lessons I've learned during my marriage with this African American woman, it was horrible. She was so difficult, whatever. The main lesson, you have no idea. The main lesson I've learned, you can't change people.
CEO, you read, and people think that they can change someone. People
Right.
think,
Yeah.
especially for Africa,
Yeah.
people think that they can change someone. When you married to that guy, they say, I'm going to change you. Never. When I'm waiting to change, I will change. When I'm
Right.
waiting to change, you can never change me. But in Africa, more people they thinking that they change the woman is to beat the woman, insult the woman, and you think that woman will be changed. No,
Right, right.
no.
People
I
When
think-
someone want to change, they will change.
People change by themselves. You don't change them.
But they
Right.
said
By
you
themselves,
have
right.
to change from
I
bad to
see,
good.
but
you
I
have
think
to-
also in a healthy relationships, when two people are together and they both care for each other and really love each other, they change naturally with each other. You know what I mean? Because they learn each other, they get to know each other and see, how can I love you? How can I be there for you? You know, they learn that, because most people don't learn that. Most people, you know how it is a problem? They fall in love. They fall in love just like that. And then the relationship, boom, they don't give each other the time. They don't even communicate, right? They just want, and that's also a big problem. That's why I've come to find, and that's a big issue. That's a big issue. We should talk about that in Africa with so many poor people, right? Who can't even support themselves. They bring children into the world. They bring children. They cannot even support those children, right? But it's like, you know, to them, it's all about sex. And I'm like, love is not sex. I mean, sex is part of that if two people really understand.
But you know, in Africa,
Right.
in
Tell me.
Africa, people think that love is sex.
Oh, really?
And people love people because they say you're beautiful and your face is beautiful. You have all the good
Oh,
way.
God.
I say in Africa, you're foolish.
And you know what?
Sorry to say
It
this.
is very, I agree, it's foolish. But you know what else I think love is? Not just love is sex. You know what African thinks? Love is money.
No, but love is just care and consent.
Right, of
Love
course.
is just care
I
and
know.
consent.
I just come to find, you know, because many people
No,
out
in
there.
Africa for real, in Africa, when we love God, you have to get money.
Uh-huh.
When we say we love you, and when you have money, everyone want to be your friend in
Of
Africa. Everyone want to be your friend.
That's
You
there
my friend,
too.
you my friend, you my friend, because you have to give them something. I notice is when our friend were
It's horrible.
American.
It's horrible. It's
So
all about the
when you
profit.
when you don't have you don't have friend in Africa, but it's good to go. It's good to have friend when you don't have and they stay with you. Africa, everyone want to have more than 4 or 5 friends. For me, no, I want only 2 good friends. I
Oh,
want
well,
few good friends.
I know. Well, the way I've come
Friend,
to find, yeah.
friend that you can spend your life with. You can say this is my friend for 30 years, for 40 years. But in Liberia or Africa, you have friends for only 2 months. After small thing happen, you begin to insult one another and the friendship finish.
Yeah, but that's not, see, to me also friendship is to me very simple. It's being friendly. And that is only just a matter, we can learn that. We need to learn that. I've come to find the key in relationships that's missing is learning. We need to give each other the time to get to know each other. We can't just meet somebody and just like, oh, because you're so nice, you're so pretty, blah, blah, blah. I want to have whatever sex with you. That's bullshit, right? You don't even know me. We all represent our own world, right? We all live in our own world. I mean, we all have history. Everyone has a lot of history, a lot of bullshit that we carry around.
It's a big history everyone have, but you know, this story with my children, I cannot stand it. No more. You have to do something for yourself. You say that somebody coming to slug you. It's a same thing we're talking about love here. Some people don't love you, but they love what you have.
No, but that's fake love. That's not real, right? That's not real.
They
That's
don't
bullshit.
love you, but they love what you have.
Well,
It's
because
not good.
but you know also why that is? You know also why that is, coming back to the idea of learning, because they never learned that. People never learn real love. They also from their parents probably never learned real love. You know what I mean? People just learn, you know, even from their parents to take advantage, to use people. And that's what people do. People use people. Also here in Germany.
Yes.
Also here in Germany, believe me, will be good. We can even do this online, of course, like a trauma center. People who went through a lot of trauma.
I don't know.
And for this, of course, we need people who can lead those kind of groups, right? You know, because it's not an easy task. But there are a lot of people. There are people there, and you know what? We need to just organize that. It's a huge project, right? And you know people, and I need your help with that. You know, I mean, you develop the structure. Ultimately, that's also what heart it comes from the heart, and that's you in Africa, right? It's not really about even whatever money for projects and blah, blah, the money will come, but the initiative got to come from you, that you develop this structure. And I'm here to help you in any way I can, right? But there are a lot of great people in this group, and you can do that. And it's very important that we meet and just talk about some general ideas, you know. I think it's very important.
So like I was saying, there are a lot of things affecting people on a daily basis. People are, they are unsatisfied when it comes to their homes. Other people
And
have,
people going through
other people
trauma.
have, they have some difficulties, their mind are disturbed.
But
So
how
when
can
you
you, the
have a
question is also, how can you reach people? Because many people, when they have trauma, they shut off. They don't even share anything. They don't talk. They're angry. They keep it inside, right? How can you get people
Yeah,
to,
but
that's the question.
yes, you. Who are you going to share your problem with in Africa as
That's,
a woman or as a man? And they're going to say something bad about you, like you will forever feel bad about
but that's
yourself.
why, that's, I know. And that's why we gotta like,
So you just need to keep it to yourself and share it with people that get out there.
I've
so,
on Facebook, we also have a Facebook group. On Facebook, I cannot remove people from the group. There were sometimes in the past where people officially in the group said some very
Oh,
negative
tell my
things,
best.
very
Find out
hostile and
and go
everything,
by me
right?
one scratch that.
I could not remove them,
I
but
bet
here
I
I
bring, I
can
beg you
remove them,
my
which I
money.
don't
Come
want.
finish.
I did that one time with Dennis. You know, when I removed Dennis,
You don't want to.
Thomas, you remember
uh,
when I removed Dennis? That was not good. He came back because he was like saying some harsh things, and I don't like that, So people need to also be safe. We need to create an environment
The
where
one I
people
bring
feel safe.
yesterday.
People need to feel safe. That's important. People need to feel secure.
so,
It's the fact. It's the
yeah,
fact that you are saying there, but because
we
in
will look at
Liberia,
it. Yeah.
it's the fact. In Liberia and in Liberia, people facing whole lot of challenges. Like what you say, they have time for that. That people will come and know to explain because whole lot of abusive relationship in this country. Abusive relationship in this country. Like when I was telling people, people say, why you have to think that day? Why you have to do this? For me, maybe I'm thinking I don't want to get married no more. I never been married before. I've been into relationship. The reason I don't stay on there because what? 25 years, 6 years, 7 years with a guy that don't have the same vision, that don't have the same dream that you have, it will be waste. You are wasting your time.
So,
You are wasting your time. And people say, I always say stupid thing. For them, it's stupid. For me, it's not stupid because what? 1 hour with my ex men that get my children back, I was not having shelter for myself. I was not having shelter for myself. I was not going to places. But I meet some friend, just friend that asked me, Kevin, are you ever traveled before? In your family, anyone ever ride a plane before? I said no. He said, I will help you to ride a plane. I said, wow. It's a plus for me, eh? It was
so,
surprising when they gave me the plane ticket for 1 month, 2 weeks. I have to go take transit point from Liberia. I start to Ghana, we pick another plane. Ali, I go Gambia, Senegal, Freetown. Something happened in my life. So I have to say thank you to foreign country people. But Liberia, the men,
so,
they always want to take people stupid. They want to make you the look stupid in your own face. Because for me, I can tell anyone, I say I'm not a beautiful woman, eh? But I think the life I want to live, I would definitely bother with the people that will make me to live that life. It's not because I'm not educated, it's not because I'm not beautiful. So I should just kill myself on one person. When I die, that man will definitely get a different girlfriend. When I die, that man will definitely get a different wife. So why I have to be there grieving, like my last relationship? I'm thinking, oh, when I leave the relationship, what people will say, he's a boy. But he's very, very wicked. Every time he come home, I don't know, you smoke, drink, you want to come insult me in my own house, you want to come beat on me in my own house. I say, wow, this, I cannot take this any longer. And when I put stop to the relationship, he never believe it. Because the man is not a rich man. The man is not someone that gave me money. I managed for the both of us to get food to eat. Because today, you don't know tomorrow. You don't have today, but you should have tomorrow. So I was looking at that direction, and that guy was looking at government direction. I looking at the direction maybe today, tomorrow, something can happen. It will sponsor him to go back to the same Gambia trying to send to Morocco, all that stuff. And you see my house now, it's an unfinished house I'm living in, and it's not even finished. And you helping somebody SHR. You seen
Where
it?
is it now?
So
Where is it?
this guy, we were together, this guy was getting money, mother was paying the house. I rent an apartment in Corway. He was in an apartment. But every time when I go to that apartment, when I come back, he will begin to carry women. So the people in the community, every time I go, I will hear different complaints. One time when I cash in there, he beating her and he said he was beating her for his uncle. In my back lane, and he moved the man back lane. But the thing that happened for me to just get it from all of my mind and all of my dream will be very hard because it looked like dream to me to see like Liberian man to be Liberian boy to be very wicked to the higher degree. Like when different country person treating different country woman, it's a very wicked guy. Very wicked guy. I don't know. So when you see some women that don't have strong heart, they will go they damage some people fisher, they will go to medicine man, they do a whole lot of shit. I say for me, I will always just leave everything will go and for now, no business doing. So I prefer getting my money and just buy data pulling on the internet, just witnessing some friends, maybe talking to some friends. I in-house on the forces when my children go or people come. Nobody in the place, when people see me, nobody can be to your house. I can be in my house. I can be in my house,
Okay.
but
Because of the experience, man.
I can be in my house because it's very, very stressful to explain this to people, to go through this. As I find it, I just find it necessary that maybe for me, it's the reason that you see certain people doing certain things and people want to say, oh, why the person doing it, the person. I was planning, I say, maybe I want to be lesbian.
Why?
Because of certain reason.
So let me say this, like what I was saying, Kevin, to admit, man, there are people in Africa, there are people in Liberia that they need help, they need financial assistance, they need, are you there with me?
Yeah.
Okay, they need a lot of things. So how can we get to these people? How can we know them? Now, if you pass through somebody, it's possible that person will be unfair, and then they can reach the item directly to that people. So what we're going to do here is that, like the way you are on the platform, we are going to create an online platform that will be discussing about, maybe we'll do like a talk show. We're discussing marital issues, we're discussing gender, equality issues, we're discussing different, activities. And now, at the same time, our agriculture project is going on. You will know that you are in need of job or you want to do something. We empower you as well. You get me? So maybe looking at you and then we'll have you on our platform. Oh, sister, what are you doing for a living? What are some of the things you can do? If you say, oh, me, I'm an agriculturalist, I know how to deal with crops and other things. Okay, connect you so, blah, 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 and go directly on the agriculture field and go and train people or go and do the farming work. If you have no skills at all, then we can take you stay on the farming side and see how best you can be part of those people that will farm. Indeed, you'll notice that people will be employed, people will be self-reliant when it comes to the issue of the farming stuff. Because at the same time, when you farming at the same time, we teach you some things. You understand? Yes, teach you how to make your lake, cassava patch, other things. So that when you notice that people will be employed, people will be able to provide job for themselves, they will find means or any of living. So now these are things we gotta be looking at. So we are not going to
Yeah,
this, this
like for
platform
me,
like
I
you
have
said.
a whole lot of people, like I leave Hotel Africa coming on the side, whole lot of strong women in our community, like one woman that they call Comfort, but her daughter seriously, her daughter sick, like but this woman is very strong. She living by her garden. She don't have
Okay.
men, but she living by her garden, feeding herself, sending her daughter to hospital. This kind of people, when you get in, yeah, what makes from farming, trust me, they lady is very strong. Trust me.
Okay.
Few people, because I was cheerleader there for 2 years. I lived there from 2005. I moved there last year. But I know a whole lot of good people are very strong and they are straight people. When you put in infant something, it's going to go straight. Trust me, because
The only thing we need here, we need people with a sincere mindset, people that will be uh, very, very much transparent when it comes to the issue. I may not be in
yeah.
Liberia, but I may not be in Liberia, but I can trust you. I say, this Quebec, this is one city, let me say, $1,000 Liberian. You can go and buy food for those people who are on the farm, right? So I'm not going to ask
But
you how much you bought, but
yeah, but
the
everything that while they make it easy, they make it easy.
yeah,
They
yeah,
make it,
the way
the
in
women make it very simple and easy. Like everything that you're doing, maybe you have to get your video recording, you have to put the person on video and things. They just have people like something about, we pray for good thing to come from all of this, because it's a very, very good idea, very brilliant idea, and they see you in someone that down to earth, in someone that down to earth. One of these days, who know? Maybe all of us will fly in Germany for visit 1 or 2 times. Who know? They are getting big. Yeah, because when things come out good, something big will come from there. So it's the reason I don't know. I will really place a voice call in a good chat. It's everything is not about money. It's not about money. You have to suffer for something before you eat a fruit.
Sure.
Maybe in a group chat, people not seeing people telling people say, oh, I send so and so place 1,000 US or 2,000 US. So maybe everybody feeling weak. I don't know.
We don't give
Welcome to
up. We don't
Africa.
give up until we find solution. We don't give up until we find solution.
Okay. Well, then you need to find solution.
I
What
just want to
solution?
get cut.
Right,
So
right.
like what I was saying, I'm so sorry I left the media because of the internet
Yeah,
problem.
don't worry about it. We assume that it's okay. That's yeah,
Hello?
right. We hear you. I
Okay.
know. I
So
understand. Yeah, no worries.
I left because of the internet problem.
No.
So like I was saying, we are going to create a platform. This association is going to create a platform that maybe like every evening we're going to be on the platform discussing, uh, like some activities, our home affair. What are some of the challenges we are facing at home? How can we help you? How can you help yourself? How
Mm.
can you help yourself? We are going to create that platform. And also, as that platform is growing, we are going to use that platform to get connected with international partners, to get connected with another business people, to get connected with another business partner to carry on our agriculture project. So when we create that platform, we make sure we tell people on the media, we tell people on all social media platforms the difficulties people are going through in Africa, the life people are living in Africa. People are
From
losing,
the difficult. Now she just left. She just left because of difficulties. And the network has been
hello?
challenging. Can you hear me? Can you
Yes,
hear me?
yes,
Yeah.
I'm hearing you.
Because I have to tell you also, and I know this is Africa time, and yeah, I know how you are, but you know what? I'm tired. I got to do some things. I got to get ready
Yeah,
tomorrow for my mom's birthday. Okay, you
yeah,
can
yeah,
just
let us,
take all the time you want to in the world. I'm just saying. Okay, all right. We just, we're
Hello.
just getting to know each other. And we're from completely different worlds, and I mean, this issue of hearts is really it's amazing actually what we're here to create. And I know you're very eager, and I know you, and I also learned, well, I don't know you for so long, but I learned a lot about people in Africa as I worked with people from in Africa for more than a decade, since 2009. The first person I helped in 2009 started clean water business, selling clean water on the refugee camp, Buduburam refugee camp in Ghana. A Liberian refugee. Her mom she had a daughter, and she could support herself and her daughter with that money from their business. There was the first person I met, 2009. And I had a little money back then, but after a while she got sick and I had no more money and the businesses had to be sold, and then we lost track of each other for many, many years. But then I started meeting people again and eventually created Hearts in 2014, I guess, 2013, 2014.
that's why I'm coming up with an idea. It's not about you. Every time you helping people,
Hello.
it's about the organization helping
Yeah,
people.
Mr. William, we're here. We can't see you still, but I guess you're there.
I don't know what happened with my camera. I'm trying to
You need to take the phone and shake it. Just shake it.
There's a camera. There's a
Shake it
button.
hard.
There's a button on the
It's
left. There's a button on the left. That is only for the camera. You
Okay,
gotta put it.
but I'm hearing each and everything, but I don't know what
I-
happened. My camera.
I don't know. Maybe your phone doesn't have a camera.
Okay.
That could
So
be the problem. Yes.
Theo. So like what you are
You
saying,
can,
you have been a help. You have been a help to many people since 2009. We are saying that it's not you alone is going to help people. It's the organization. So
mm,
there are means that we have to come up with a strategy in which we can get
my
a
dear
fund.
friend, my dear young friend. By the way, how old are you again, if I may ask?
Who me?
Yeah.
I'm 27 years of age.
Oh, 27. How cute. Oh my God.
I was born 1996.
Oh,
So
okay, okay. Well, it has nothing to do with age, right? You know, but there's something, my young friend, I call you, there's something for you to understand about the unique nature of this, well, organization. It's more than an organization. Hearts already has a vision. I guess you briefly earlier talked about a little bit about that, like in the years, you know, what are we trying to achieve and for what purpose and how things continue and what is really the long-term vision, right? I told you, I don't know if I mentioned that to you, the vision of Hearts villages or Hearts cities, even in Africa, cities by the name of Hearts, where people live together in that spirit, you know, and have businesses and work together and have their own schools and teach their young, you know, and take care of their elders, right? And be really beautiful in how they are together, you know. But that's a long-term vision. We have a lot
fresh
of
idea or fresh
no
idea
questions.
is that there we can progress. So like look at the issue of the progress I came up with the project on agriculture. I expected the executive member to, like draw me closer and then
Did
since I
you,
communicated with him,
excuse me, did you,
I do
let me interrupt you, sorry. Did you speak with Murray? You spoke with Murray briefly, didn't you? Did you see
I
what she
spoke with him.
posted? Did you see what she posted? She posted something on the group page earlier. Did you see that? Hello?
Who Morris? Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I spoke with the CEO from Liberia. What's the name?
Lemuel?
The name, huh?
You spoke
The
with
man from
Lemuel.
Liberia. Yes,
Lemuel
I
Taylor.
spoke with him. Yes, Mr. Taylor said you have no problem with that. He said that's a good idea. We can go on, and then I told you, you say that's a good idea too. When I told you, you said, but when Taylor can agree, then it means that it's good. It means that we can make progress.
Of course.
Yes, I spoke with Mr. Taylor, and Mr. Taylor said he had no problem. But my concern is that what is it that those guys are not coming on board? What's the problem?
I know
But
that.
We have
but
a lot of ideas.
you cannot have meeting with only three person CEO and you say you will come up to one understanding and people will always say we are living in Africa. Some people say, yeah, we start a group and certain people came, they want to take over this. So we have to listen to them and learn from them. But when they are not coming on the board, then you think that we have to sit and wait for them before the car can drive?
No, and the thing here is that this is an organization. This is an international organization. You have people coming every time. So
But
one of
not,
the concerns one of the concerns I raise here is that do you people have a system?
no.
Because if this organization have a system, yeah,
No.
before if you guys have a system before I get in or before anybody get in, that's the problem they're having. People meeting the CEO personally. How will the people not meet the CEO? Because there is no system. Because
Right.
if there is system, and then you people are genuine, you people
And
are
my
there's
friend, let me just say this. Let me just leave it up because I'm slowly, Uppsala, leaving for tonight. Okay. Let me just say this. This is very important. With this, I need your help to help develop the system. Okay. You understand me?
so
I need
yes,
your
put it
help
in.
to develop the system because I'm like, you know, I talk to everyone, I help when I can, right? But it's like what I really wish for, that there will be a committee in Africa. They will be there available and talk to whoever has a problem. Whoever has a problem with whatever need, they go to that committee. And all these different needs will be presented to this committee. And
No,
then this committee, listen to me just, and then this committee will discuss about what is possible with what budget is available. Do you know what I mean? What is
no,
a priority? What is the most important thing? Because we can't do everything.
no.
That's the thing. And people should also learn, and that's really, I'm not clear about that. Don't come to me with whatever issue. But see, then the thing is also Lemuel Taylor, I love Lemuel. Lemuel is like a brother to me, right? He's been for many, many years, but also, and other people, I guess I don't know if they don't like him, but they have a difficult time working with him, and they say they have accused him of this and that. And you know how people are, but he's a good man, okay? But that's why he's not, because he doesn't feel comfortable, and he's involved in his own issues, and he's working now, but he has to wait several months until he gets paid. He's taking care of his little daughter. He asked me to help, and I can't, and so he's struggling himself. But
Everyone
he's
don't have to
trying,
love
and he's a smart guy. He's a very smart guy.
when
Yeah,
you
he's
trust
very
him.
smart. I spoke with him. He's very eloquent. He's smart.
Yes.
And I wish to get him close. Despite the difficulty or whatsoever, we got to get him close and get
Be
a
in
fresh
contact with
new
regular
idea.
contact with him, please. Be in regular
Yes,
contact with him and encourage him, and
I will do that. I will do that. I will do that. So,
wonderful,
just
wonderful.
you can come out. You are saying something, just
She's
Are
frozen
you there?
again. She's frozen.
Are you there?
You need to shake the phone again. No,
So,
she's frozen.
Mr.
My
Williams, are
network
you
is poor,
there?
right? Oh, Elijah's network is poor.
Mr. Williams, are you there?
He
Yeah, I'm
said,
here, but I'm not getting. I'm hearing each and everything.
well, we're not
You don't
getting your
see
camera
me.
out. That's too bad. Yeah, I don't know.
So,
Yeah, but I'm here.
what
I'm
happened?
getting you.
Are you getting us, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm hearing each and everything.
Okay, so when the usual stage of our meeting, we were discussing about
I'll be back in a
how
little while. All right, just continue. I'll be back. Continue. All right.
okay, Mr. Williams,
Yes.
we were discussing how we can improve the system. You understand?
Mm.
How
Yeah, I
we
get
can
you.
grow, yes, how we can grow this organization, how we can improve the system. Because if you look at the history of this organization, it has been in existence for the past 20 years now. If I'm mistaken, either 10 or 15 years. And then there's no tangible to be shown. There is nothing to be seen that indeed, yes, this organization was established for the years. So we coming out of as a fresh dog, we coming with another new idea or things that we can implement that people can say, yes, this is the legacy that we set. You
Mm.
understand? These are some
I
of the
get you.
things we do. Yeah. So what we're going to
Everything
do
that
here,
not organized, not bad well planned.
yes, Kebe. So I'm on the line, Kebe. Are you there with me?
Yeah, I there with you. I trying to say to the CEO because I just listening to him.
Yes.
You
Yes,
don't
you can
have
make a
to.
point.
You don't have to. People don't have to love someone when they are truthful. When you trust this guy, like you work with him for very long time, you have the feeling that he's a very good guy. Yes, you can continue with him. You think people will talk good thing about people? They never talk any good thing about Jesus Christ. They have a human being. You work with him,
Yes.
you know him, you trust him. So you don't have to listen whether people love him or they don't love him. When they love him, good. They don't love him, good. But the matter
my
of
name
fact
is
that you trust him, good.
yes. And we are going to address Mr. Taylor Cruiser. Like what I was saying, we're going to call those guys on board. All of those guys that established the organization along with CEO. We got to schedule a time to call them on board. We do a live video like the way we are on board right now, and ask them what that takes towards the organization if they have interest. If they don't respond, or we give them the communication, they don't respond, then we'll tell CEO that it is about time we restructure the entire leadership.
Because nothing I'm not saying from the whole leadership, you're
Thank
talking,
you.
I think about last month I joined you, but you're talking
Okay.
about no policy put in place, no
so
no meeting agenda. They will call for meeting, 2, 3 people come online. So where you heading to?
yeah, so Mr.
Mm.
Williams, are
You're
you
very
there?
right.
Mr. Williams, are you
Yeah, I'm
there?
hearing you. I'm here.
We are going to
So
restructure.
why you're
We are going to-
discussing, where you're heading to? For 2, 3 person to come out with thousands of human beings around the world to make decisions for thousands of human beings, it's not possible.
Yeah, that thing you're saying is very, very right. Even those people, the CEO, he said that they were there even over 10 years, but where are they? At least they
Where
will
are
be in
they?
the group here. At least they, and we could share ideas. You can get in touch with them, but I don't see anyone coming up. I don't know whether the CEO knows them personally. I don't know, but where are they? Because they say arts existed over 20. I heard as if 20, but where are those people? let them turn up and be in this
Okay,
group, but I don't see anyone.
okay, 20
So-
years, 20 years.
Hmm.
They can please show all what they've been doing for the past 20 years, the evidence, like people they've been helping or what they've been doing at the agriculture that this guy bring or in different countries that show all that we can say, yes, this is very genuine for all to say something that we want to say. You know, you can before you plant the new mat, you have to sit on the old mat to plant the new mat. I hope
Okay.
you understanding me.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Williams, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm there.
It's very
Hello,
Yeah,
Siskebe.
yeah.
Yes.
What
Yeah,
what
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to do here, what are we going to do here based on my idea? What we're going to do here is that we just need to keep this group chat active, one, and two, we're going to put in for all those leaders that is in power, all those leaders, all country directors, Liberia, Ghana, whatsoever, all those directors, we give them a couple of 1 or 2 weeks to show their faces. If they refuse to come up, we tell CEO that we got to go into or let's say we're going to get our IT leadership for now. After we go through the IT leadership for 2 months or 1 month, we go through or the issue of structuring leadership for different country. Like the way Mr. Williams, you are from Uganda, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Williams is from Uganda. Mr. Williams is going to make sure.
Oh, you're
and
from
get-
Uganda. Uganda.
Yeah, Mr. Williams.
Uganda.
CEO.
Very cool. I didn't even know. Very cool.
CEO, are you there? Are you there? We were saying something.
I'm here.
Okay. Okay.
Now-
You have to be
now I'm
you
here.
have to be there because we know tomorrow the birthday, so we don't know what are you
But the thing is, the recording also
For
is there
us to wish
because I
your
will
mom
watch
happy
it.
birthday
I
or
will
what,
watch
something.
it later, right?
Okay. So
And it's
so
like
like
I will
I was
also
saying-
post. I will post that, at least some of that, not all. But
like I was saying, right? So what we're going to do here is that we're going to call for all those leaders that is around the country, all those leaders that establish heart. We're going to call them on board. We're going to give them the grace period of 2 weeks. When we give them this communication 2 weeks, if they don't turn up on this live Zoom meeting, indeed we are going to ask CEO to give us the authority to have our IT leadership for now. After a couple of 1 month or 2 months, we're going to endorse people for different countries. Like the way you have Mr. Williams. Mr. Williams is going to be endorsed by, let's say, serving as country director. And then we are going to tell Mr. Williams to give her maybe like a 20 good executive member from a country. And within that 20 good executive members, we need people that is very intelligent, people that are able to bring decisions to board that we can discuss, people that have developmental mindset to improve the organization. We need 20 members from Liberia, people that can help build up the system, people that can come up with their experience and make sure how is moving from one level to another. We come to Ghana, we do the
Right.
same thing in Ghana. We do the same thing in Ghana. We need 20% in Ghana, 20 executives, and the 20 executive members should have a experience. They should be a very great people or inclined, intelligent people that we need on board
Of
to be
course,
a
of
help to
course,
this
of course.
organization.
Anyway, I'll
We
be
go
back.
to Severin, we tell Severin the same thing. That Severin, we need your 20 persons, and then the 20 persons we need them to be very intelligent and inclined. What can you bring on board to us to improve this organization? We go to Guinea, just like that. So if we have about 20 or 10 countries, our target, we're going to set up that system. When we have the system, maybe like every end of the year, by grace of God, every 2 times in a year, all those executive members will meet in one
Hey, people
country.
have to travel
Yeah, all
to
those-
one country
all
and
those-
visit.
Yes, listen, Akebe. After maybe like 2 times in a year, every executive member from various country will meet in one country and see how best we can discuss a yearly program and yearly activity of the organization. These are international plans. These are things we have to put forth.
But nothing
You
like
know,
that.
So we're gonna give those leaders that
Yeah.
power 2 weeks. Kebe, are you getting me?
Talking.
Kebe, are you getting me?
Yeah, I get you. I'm
Yeah, getting you.
Williams, are you there? Mr. Williams, are you there?
Yeah, I'm getting you very well.
So we're going to give them 2 weeks to show up. If those people refuse, we want to tell them that this organization is not a sole proprietorship. No, it's a monarchy form of government. That one person or one family rule over and over. So what we're going to do here is that if we give them the first 2 weeks and they don't show up, we tell CEO that we want to get our acting leadership. And
But
we
you
have
know
our
who need
acting
to get you
leadership.
the listing
Yeah, I
of these
think
people?
I thought that Mr. CEO has the contact of those people, as he said. As if I
But
heard him saying that he has those people, at least he
I
would
said
encourage them to be
CEO have,
part.
no, CEO have the
you,
contact. We have the contact because
I hope
every
you
time,
listening to me.
Hmm.
yeah, where's the
I
there?
hope I hope you listening to me. Everything you talk
Well,
is rare, but this CEO, he been dealing with these people for the past 10 years. You understanding me?
20 years.
20 years, right?
Yeah.
So he have to, it's not all about the people, it's about the CEO itself. He have to explain to all what the achievement.
Hello.
Yeah, Mr. Williams, I'm there with you. Kevin, your network is very bad.
Yeah, the network I'm seeing as if
Mr.
it's not
Williams,
a
Mr.
network.
Williams,
Yes, I get you.
do you want to say anything based on what the concern I raised, or do you want to say something?
I was stay on board.
Okay, Kevin is back.
Okay, so this CEO have to tell us how they been running the whole mission. We don't have to tell him. He have to come out to tell us, say, yeah, we've been running it like this, we've been running it like this. And when you want for us to be part of this, you have to bring the people on board and we'll work together. When you cannot bring the people on board, then we sit and just watch, then for maybe 1 or 2 weeks or 1 month to see. But we don't have to give the people grace period.
Okay.
I hope you're getting what I'm getting.
Yeah,
We
but
are
I do mention about CEO bringing in hope and see how we can give them, the time and all the things.
he
So,
have to give out the listing. He have to post the listing of the people in the chat room that you been working with, who you trust, who you don't trust. He have to get all the listing of these people. You understanding me? So
I'm getting it, Kevin.
we have to lead him. Because you always say the boy is in your code. So the boy is in the CEO code to make it roll. It's not only for the name to say it's my point. I always tell people they don't say how long, but they say how well.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah, you're very right.
Yeah.
So when you spend
See,
30 years with your husband, will all show you nothing, and you're still baking for pepper color, and you still telling people say we've been married for 40 years, 50 years. No, no. People will say
What
the
I'm
people been together for decade or year. I hope you
what are
understand
you
what I'm
trying
trying
to
to
do?
say.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's not all about 20 years this that. So you have to come out and say something to all.
Mr. Williams, I hear from you, Mr. Williams.
yeah, I hear you. I'm
Mr.
getting each
Williams,
and everything. Yeah, I get
what's your
you.
view? What's your view towards this?
Pardon?
What's your take towards the issue that we raised?
Yeah, the issue I'm hearing it very well, but it's very, very absurd that in this group, those people are not there. At least there you are, since the arts has been there, at least these people could be there, at least be part in this group actually. And actually, they will be the first people even informing us, posting these things, the links and so on, since they have been there and they have been there for a couple of years. And as you know what art says, love is the most important thing here. At least their love to be shown here. And we get to know each and every one, they motivate us. But to my surprise, I don't see anyone here. And the CEO said that they are there. Is he really very happy about this? Like every time when the Zoom is there, is of 2 people, and he's also very happy about it. I don't think it's very happy. We are the same people who are coming actually. Me, this is my first time actually, but every time I see the Zoom, people they not even exceed 5. Because I've been
Okay.
seeing these videos they have been posting, people don't exceed 5. How comes that these people, and even among the readers, I don't see any? At least you can say that I got in chat with Sans, executive director of Liberia. We had some chat. Now this is the tech is taking place. Now he's planning. There are other new members as recruited into the arts. But no way, I don't see any video about and so on. But why is how come that arts? I don't know how arts is moving on, but I think arts is just the name, but people are not there in real
It's just the name.
formality.
Nothing is operating. It's
It's
just the
just a
name.
name,
So
but
that
people are
one you
not
dey
there
see
in
with
real
the benefit
form.
all the time. Then you tell for real.
Mr.
What how
Williams,
you operate, how you operate.
Maybe people just get money and then they benefit themselves and they forget other people. I think that's all about it. Because if a person is getting money and not bring the love to other people, at least let people have the heart. However much they are eating money, but it's not very, very good. Let's share the art and people be in touch. That's the more important thing. And even at this time, since art has been there for a couple of years, at least I don't think there you have an office. I don't know whether the issue was there.
Yeah, but this is the issue that they sort of be discussing for him. This the issue that because I keep listening to CEO that you need to help me. You need to help me in a direction. You need to help me in a direction.
At least even if you don't know the place, you can directly go to the office and so and so. Let me give you the number, talk to someone so that he can share ideas.
Me doing the
part.
The
Office is very important.
Mm-hmm.
Office is very, very important. That is the starting point. Even if you is someone getting in, he can direct you, go to so and so place, then you get in touch with arts. That's the most important thing. But I don't know whether the office is there.
Then there are possibility that we gotta restructure something and put some system in place. If we need a successful and fruitful organization in Africa, it means that we gotta restructure everything. Those that is not working, those that don't have the organization at their heart, those that don't have interest, those that we cannot consider as trustworthy people. What happened here is that we exclude them from the organization and start a new fresh one. These are my concerns.
So you are very, very right.
Right, of course.
You are very right. Like CEO said.
Yeah, it's the
yes,
same
I get you.
It's the same goes around. Mr. Williams is saying the same thing. Siskebe is saying the same thing. So we cannot work with a system that we don't know our executive. We don't know some of those people.
Well, actually, let me say something real quick. You know, you said you can't work with a system, you know, and I hear what you're saying, but let me tell you something real. Actually, you know why we're here? We're here. You're here to help develop a system. Even though we've been around for a long time, and there's Lemuel Taylor, and there are a few other executives, but we don't really have a system in place. We don't really have a clear cut, which we need. We need a mission statement, a very clear, very powerful mission statement to reflect our values. We need people. We need you. If you can help mobilize your people, get your people to work. We need people to write about the situation in Africa, about their challenges, about their thoughts, about themselves. I always say sharing is caring. People say, oh, who should they trust? Who should they tell them? Most people have trauma, right? I mean, again, we have to establish ourselves or show ourselves as this kind of organization, this kind of place, as a refuge for refugees and lost people and poor people in Africa. Not really here to give them with money. That's not the point. Eventually that will happen, right? But the point is we give them love. We give them a sense of belonging. We give them a sense of purpose. We give them a way of really connecting to themselves to get away from their trauma, right? Because they really can speak with people who care. Hearts these people, even though Lemuel Taylor is not here, and you know, if you've met Misha, I don't know if you met Misha from Ghana, they're good people, right? Even though they're not here, but they're good people. I've known these people for years. I actually only know good people. You know, that's what Hearts is, right? We just got to connect. We got to really open up to one another and really communicate. And you need to communicate with each other all the time. I mean, we have a meeting. Maybe we do that once a week. I think that'll be good here on Zoom, right? You can even have meetings during the week, but you should always communicate with each other. You know?
Yeah, well, so I'm not cutting you off. What we need to do here is that I personally need all those people number. If you can send it in the group chat or you send it to my inbox.
There's mainly Lemuel Taylor, and like you got his name, and then there's Misha from Ghana. Then even in Uganda, we used to have somebody. we're not really
But
having.
Mr.
Oh, here's
Oh,
somebody else. No, seriously, we're
Okay,
not even having anybody. We used to have.
the
We
one I
used to have a
think,
poultry. They did in
okay,
Uganda. They
CEO,
did a
CEO.
poultry. They did a poultry project. Poultry with chickens, and they farm chickens. They did this for a while, but then we ran out of money, and everything went to shit. Right? And the person in
CEO.
charge, oh no, Felix, I have no idea where he is. I haven't heard from him in a while. I love him. He's a wonderful person, but I don't know. People are
CEO,
difficult. Yes, I'm here.
CEO.
Yes, you're very dark.
Everything that we are saying here, we keep going back to the one thing, keep going back to the one thing. We'll have another meeting again
Yes.
to come out to one understanding that we should put everything in place, like everything should have a purpose, a reason or doing this. Everyone have to get account with everything that they will be doing. Because even for chicken poultry, you have money.
Mhm.
A farming, you have money. But you don't know, you never visit this country. You never visit anywhere like you've been
I
going.
know,
You
I
haven't
know, I know.
anything at all.
In my dreams, I did.
You
Can I
never
tell you?
visit all the
Can I
country.
tell you a little story? Can I tell you a little story?
Welcome.
When I was about 6 years old, 5 years old, I was with my mom eating. We were eating breakfast, and she was reading the newspaper. And there was on the back of the newspaper that there was a picture. There was a picture of a girl in Africa, a poor girl, starving girl, around my age, right? I looked at my mom and I asked her, "Why am I me and not her?" Huh? When I was so young already, because I felt, how come I live in such a nice house with everything, and there's so much poverty, and wow, in this world, so that in a way led me to all of that, because I really do care for that, and so we have a lot of work to do here, but we have great people like yourself, and I really believe in you. And definitely, yes, I haven't been yet, but
Yeah,
I
but
definitely I want to come. I want to come so bad.
yeah,
I want to come
but
tomorrow. I want to get in a plane
okay,
tomorrow. I come
I,
tomorrow.
okay, I invite
Oh,
you. I invite you already. Hila, bro. Come.
just need to pay for the painting, because the thing is with me also, I have to say, I'm a good-hearted person. I love people. People know me, right? When I help with a little I have, but I'm not good with money. I have debt.
Thomas,
I have debt. Oh, hello. Hi, Alex. Nice to see you there.
I'm fine. How are you?
Good. Good to see you. Good to
Yeah,
see
I
you.
suffer too much to be connected. I suffer too much. I try, no way. I
But
don't
you
know
did
what
it now. But now you're doing it. Now you're here.
Whether or network problem. I suffer to be connected.
I know it's a problem, but eventually it worked. See, it worked. It works now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're working now.
That's perfect.
hello,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
CEO, are you there? Everyone is there?
Everyone is here.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
so what are we going to do here, Mr. Williams? What are we going to do here? I'm going to find it possible to see how best I can get in touch with all those executive leaders that have been in power or that is in power. I'm going to get in touch with them and then get their way forward to this organization. Are they still having interest in working with the needs of the people? And then if their answer is yes, we're going to tell them what are some of the plans they have for now or to move the organization forward. And then all those new people, we got to come up with different ideas. If I try to get those people, there is no tangibles they can give me. If they are not delivering better to us, we will ask CEO that we got to restructure the entire start, let's say the entire chat room and see how best we can get a room set up for executive and get our acting leadership and then bring in more people with more ideas and see how best we can push this organization forward. Because like CEO was saying, since 20 years you haven't been in Liberia or Africa as whole. How sure are you that all those things the people have been carrying on? How sure are you or they have implemented those ideas or those projects? Do you have an eye? Do you have an eye witness in Africa? Do you have somebody that
If a
delivers to
CEO
you
will come
directly?
Africa.
Do you have somebody that delivers to you directly? Some of us we want to be straight to issues. We want to be straight to issues because there are a lot of people up there, want to be of help to African. There are a lot of people up there want to be of help. But how will it be of help when you don't have people that is, the transparent or
And
people that is
not only this, and I think that,
find
excuse me to interrupt you, I think the most important question is when you talk about help. I mean, there are many different ways. How can you help? is just sending money helping, because I have a lot of people known for years, right? People become dependent. You know what I mean? They just
Yes,
become dependent because they just look at you, or somebody who gives you a handout. Whenever they need, they come to you. They come running to you, right? Because
But everything is not about money.
yeah, of course. But
but
I'm
it's
just
not
saying,
supposed,
of course.
it's not
But that's
supposed to
why
be
I'm
like
asking.
that.
I'm asking. I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about the general
Okay,
question.
see,
How can you
CEO,
help? How
CEO,
can you help people?
CEO,
How
I'm
can you
coming.
help people?
Let me learn 1 minute, please. It's not supposed to be like that. So it's not that everything people communicate with you, oh CEO, I want this, then you send it. For me, I'm not against the issues. But the fact here is that we have to
how
build
will
a
you be
system.
making business or no profit?
We got to
Okay.
build a system. We got to build a system. And then we make sure we as an organization, be it in Africa or in Europe or America, we can stand, to serve as benefit to everyone. We can stand on that ground. There must be a system that build, for every, like one person taking the branding every time, CEO this, CEO that, it costs a lot. But if we have a system built, indeed, people is going to live a very decent and
Of course, this is
organized
always a
life.
question. I know. Right.
Listen that.
Yeah, but,
So, listen,
what? I love this woman. She's great. Look at those teeth. Look, I only see teeth. Everything is black. I only see teeth.
are you tired? Are you tired? Are you tired?
That's wonderful. You're so great. Oh my gosh. My
Are you
Yeah,
God.
tired?
you
We're
know,
gonna
we have
do
to
it.
leave this. We
We're
have to
gonna.
leave this meeting with another time because
We
the
will.
CEO is set.
But
The CEO is set. The
listen,
point is,
We're gonna do a fundraiser
everything,
soon. Fundraiser.
everything have the time.
so
Everything
everything
have
has
the
to come.
time.
I
The
love
time
that
has
word.
There's a
already
time.
reached.
There's a time for everything. That's right. That's
There's
right.
There's
time
a time for
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
So the times are
is
already reached for the CEO to come in Liberia, which is Africa,
Oh
to
my
travel
gosh,
from
I
place to
can't wait.
place.
I can't wait. I actually
So
wanted to
the
bring
time
my
already
I
reached.
actually
So
wanted to bring my wife, but she left me about last year, but whatever. I might
Oh,
have
so
another I might have
so
somebody
are
else.
you
You can
are you
tell
ready to
tell
get
somebody
are you
we
ready to get an
welcome you
African
to
woman?
Africa like that.
CEO, do you
You
need
can
an
tell
African woman?
somebody, we welcome you.
CEO,
Thank you. I would love to be there. I can't wait. I
You're highly
can't wait.
welcome. Yeah, come.
CEO,
Let's
do you
go.
need
Definitely
a do you need
African
an
spirit.
African do you need an African woman? Do you need an African woman?
Well, I don't know. I need a woman who knows me, who understands me, who can love me, and it's like, with me being 57, and I was the first woman I was married to was 12 years, right? I met her in Germany. 2 months after I met her in Germany, I moved to America. There was the first woman. I was 24. I was 24, right?
I'm going to find a good woman for you. I'm going
Oh,
to find a
thank you.
woman.
I actually,
Listen. I'm going to find a woman that
oh,
is
that's
listen. I'm going
wonderful.
to find a woman that is trustworthy. I'm going to find a woman that is trustworthy. Woman that cares for you. That able to take care of you, take care of
Oh, that's
everything
wonderful.
that
That's
belongs to you.
wonderful. Well, we'll
So,
see. Inshallah. She
can
always
we,
says, I have a new friend. She's Muslim. She always says, Inshallah. I like that.
inshallah,
Inshallah.
it means God. It means
In,
I don't see
God
God there.
willing. God willing. God willing.
Okay,
Inshallah.
yeah, God willing, inshallah.
But then also, I think what many times we miss, it's not God willing, really. It's us willing, because it's God through us. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
God outside, right, who's taking care of
so
things.
so
No, it's
so
nothing.
the meeting over now. We are lecturing.
Yes, I think we're
So
going to say
the
goodbye.
meeting finished.
We
let us
finished.
let us climax. Let us get closing point for everyone. Can we get a closing point for everyone?
Oh,
Yeah, thank you very much for the meeting.
So the
That is-
meeting was good. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
But we need
Okay,
feedback from the CEO.
I'm glad to have you here. I appreciate your time. This is the second meeting. I'm very excited and I feel very blessed. And I feel we're moving. I think we definitely get the ball rolling. With all of you.
You are
We
right.
really make it. And I feel
Yeah.
we're gonna do our first, because that's the idea. Really, also use Zoom as a platform to do a fundraiser or a fundraiser where we introduce people of the world to hearts. And we show who we are, right? We're not just like, this is not just about, people who are just looking for whatever sponsors for projects or for food or whatever. No, we are hearts. We have passion. We have desire. We are special, right? We're unique. And like, we're going to start a revolution. We're going to start a revolution in Africa, definitely,
So who's there? Siskebe, are you closing? Can you do a closing? Can you do a closing? Can you do a closing?
I'm so happy for the meeting today. We were not much, but it was interesting.
Definitely. Thank you.
Mm,
So,
that's good.
We'll do that
who's there?
again.
Mr. Williams, are you finished?
Yeah.
Pastor Ellis, are you finished with your closing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
I'm
you.
I think
finishing,
they are.
but
Yeah. I think
Thank
they
you
are.
how I
for
wish.
even
All
though I
right.
dropped busy and
Thank you so
I'm
much. All right.
Can I,
very much.
Excellent.
CEO, can I,
Much
Yeah.
can I
love. All
close
right.
CEO?
Take
CEO, can I
care.
do my closing?
Thank
Can I
Yes.
do my closing?
Okay. Of course. Of course. Sure. Sure.
Okay, so thanks so much, everyone. I'm so happy to have you people on this platform. So what we're going to do here is that for us to show heart to the public, we are going to get our TV channel. We need to get Heart TV. So on this TV channel, we're going to be appearing maybe like every 2 times in a week. We're going to be discussing issues. We're going to be discussing issues that is affecting people around the world. These are things we're going to put in place.
I'll be one of
And
the
then
teacher.
yes,
Mhm.
and then
Teacher for the
and
wish.
then also I recommend that we have our next meeting on Wednesday. Can we do that?
Possibly. Yeah. Will work. Possibly. Yeah.
CEO,
Yes.
can we do a okay? Can we do a Zoom meeting on Wednesday?
On Wednesday. Wednesday.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wednesday.
Sure. Huh? That'll work.
Okay. Mr. Are you there? Pastor Ellis, are you there?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
there.
there. I'm there. I'm there.
Okay, just Kevin, are you there? Can we do a Zoom meeting on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Wednesday.
So
But time is
okay,
the
I will
best.
make you yes. Huh?
Time it will be considered.
Yeah, we'll post the time ahead of time. We'll post it there before the date reach. So I'm going to get all those information from CEO, all those leaders from CRBS. I can get in touch with them. And
Yeah.
CRBS,
But
So to
those
then
leaders,
on Wednesday, I will give you guys the output. So CEO, can you do your closing? Let us leave.
I'll let you leave. All right. You're funny. I love you guys. I love you. You're amazing. This is great. We are hearts. And I think it was wonderful to connect again, and we'll do it again. And we keep the ball rolling. You know, we're gonna be great. I mean, you're great. We gotta be great. Okay. Let
So
Africa shine. You know, let's show the world what you're made of. That we are people of hearts.
sure.
No,
One
so
love,
one,
one care,
one,
one constant,
that's
one
right.
mind.
One heart. There
One
you go.
love.
All right. Okay. Take care. Bye
okay.
bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone. Bye bye. 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 Bye.